Okay, picture this. First day, nervous knees. I decide to try an accent for 10 minutes. And then someone recognizes that accent at my coffee shop job 3 days later. Yeah, I had to keep talking like someone I wasn't while pretending that was my actual personality. Hi, I'm Liv, your chronically online host, and today I'm giving you a full confession that lives rent-free in my brain. Expect slippage, shame, and one very bad improv choice that I will never live down. Why an accent? Short answer, stage armor. Long answer, my Tinder bio read like a dare. I'm funny, I swear, which is basically begging for a personality upgrade. So I thought, okay, add a dash of exotic, instant intrigue. Classic move. I practiced in the mirror for approximately 6 minutes. Not authentic accent hours, just enough vowels and weird consonant placements to sound intriguing. Picked something soft, a little musical, like someone who reads poetry on rooftops. You get the idea. First date scene, a dim little bar with too many plants, the smell of burnt espresso leaking in from the counter, and a playlist that makes everyone sound like they have cultural capital. He walks in, I stand up, I say hello with that voice, and the room's tiny for a second. He smiles like I'm this charming stranger from a movie. Immediate outcomes, confidence spike. He flips his menu and says, "Ooh, where did you grow up?" And I panicked and invented a small coastal town, Galway-adjacent vibes. He melts. I pretend I've been sailing since childhood. That was my first tiny win. You know that laugh where you're monitoring the other person's reaction like it's a stock ticker? I delivered it. He kept leaning in. For 10 minutes, I was the person I wished I'd been on my best days. It felt like cheating and like magic at the same time. Then the little lies started stacking. He asked about college, so I named a school I vaguely remembered from a backpacking hostel conversation. He asked about music. I said I was into obscure folk revival. He nodded, and I doubled down. Small escalations, all very human, very dumb. And because the universe enjoys irony, I ran into that confidence again 3 days later at a coffee shop. The barista looked at me, then at my phone, and said, "Aren't you the girl from that clip with the accent?" My heart did something dramatic. I choked on a sip of cold brew. So here's a concrete thing that went wrong. I had posted a 10-second clip captioned, "Testing accents because why not?" Nothing heavy. 1 day later, it had more views than anything I'd posted all year. People were sending it to friends with laughing emojis. My fake voice got more attention than my real one. Then the group text. I meant to DM a joke to one friend. Instead, I hit the group thread that included the date. The message read verbatim, "Guys, quick PSA. I lived in Galway for 2 years. Yes, I said it. Sent to everyone." I watched the 3-dot bubbles morph into a single read receipt and wanted to crawl under the bar stool. My phone betrayed me again at the worst possible time. I could feel the air get thinner, like someone had turned the room into a very small elevator where everyone is doing dramatic internal monologues. Classic improv panic. Commit to the lie or blow it up spectacularly. Work almost collided with the act. I ran into a colleague who actually knows my real laugh. I tried to swap mid-sentence. Real voice, then accent, then real, like 2 radio channels overlapping. The colleague blinked like a confused owl and said, "You okay?" I said, yes, totally fine." Liar, liar, carrot, you know the rest. For a hot second, the fake version was winning. People commented, "Love this energy," and slid into my DMs with jokes. That rush is intoxicating. Instant validation without the messy work of actually being vulnerable. But the problem is, validation for an act is still validation for a costume. Peak chaos. mutual friends party. Someone plugs my 10-second clip like it's a nostalgic hit. The room starts imitating the voice. People are doing impressions of my impression. My date tries to echo me back as a joke, and that's when my stomach fell through the floor. A friend politely goes, "Wait, are you doing an accent on purpose?" Not mean, just curious. My mouth attempted joke judo and landed flat. It felt like someone had pulled the rug out and replaced it with a glossy magazine ad for authenticity. I could see everyone recalibrating their mental notes about me. There's a real emotional hangover after that. After the laughs, I felt hollowed out, like I'd traded a piece of myself for applause. And the applause was polite but empty. It forced a question. When I wanted to be seen, was I asking to be seen or to be applauded for being an idea of myself? I tried to come clean, texted him, "This is going to sound ridiculous, but also true. I started the accent because I was scared. I'm sorry." In person, my apology sputtered out like a bad audio file. I did the big inhale, looked him in the eye, and said the thing I should have said at the start. I'm real. Messy. Sorry. His reaction surprised me. Not rage, not immediate forgiveness, just a quiet, "I liked getting to know you, the actual you, and I wish you'd started there." It stung because it was true, and also because it was gentle. Worst compliment ever. So, what did I learn? Tiny theatrical choices feel great in the moment, but they compound. The more you perform, the less your real self gets practiced. And when you try to slip back into authenticity, it's like relearning a language you've let rust. Not fun. Also, never post a test clip unless you are ready to audition full-time. Practical tips for the brave and the foolish. 1. Keep your phone on airplane mode when you're mid-character around people who know your real voice. 2. Don't gift the internet a highlight reel of your lie. And 3. If you want to be interesting, try being messy first. It's free and slightly less catastrophic. The date? It didn't become a rom-com montage. We untangled it, we texted awkwardly for a bit, and then we drifted apart. I lost a tiny viral persona and gained an actual story that I tell people when I want to make them feel better about their own chaos. That's my messy currency now. Final moral, handed to you in receipt form. Perform less, live more. If someone is going to stick around, let them like the real version of you. The weird, scuffed up, perfectly imperfect you. Not the audio filter. If today's episode made you laugh or feel slightly better about your own life choices, then my job here is officially done. If it made you snort into your coffee, bonus. Please leave a review and tell me your dumbest dating lie. I'll read the best ones on air next episode. Stay chaotic. Love, live.